Yes, good afternoon. I'm J.M. Reyes. I work as a writer, researcher, and a political blogger for Presidentico.com of TV5 News and Public Affairs. On writing news articles first, of course I have to be factual first. Just follow the 5 W's on an inverted pyramid style. Who, what, when, where, the most important of all, the why. Among those 5 W's, why is the most important of all? Because if you can answer why all these things happen, your story is in jeopardy. You yourself as a journalist is also in jeopardy because you do not know why. And if you happen to miss just one of the details, just one of the 5 W's, it's better not to write anything about it. It's one of the first lessons that I learned in the news industry, that if I lack even the smallest of detail, do not dare write anything about it, or else you'll get yourself into trouble. Which means that the smallest of the details comes first before the bigger picture. Now, when writing about feature articles, I tend to be a bit artistic and a bit humorous, and so as to add some spice to a rather staid subject. So adding humor, adding wit has to be dry as well, so that it may be comical in context, but it's the substance that matters. So it's like this, treating my audiences intelligently, as if I treat my audiences as they have a brain. I treat my audience as if they already know the issue, and so in that way I break the barrier that separates between me and my audiences. The barrier is broken down and a connection is established because I'm talking directly with them. I do not talk down or what. I treat them as if they already know it, or if in fact they haven't yet. So it's one way of, for me, it's one way of establishing my presence. Well, basically I entered the media as my way of serving the public. It's my way of serving the nation as well through my articles. But I make sure that it is factual. I make sure that it benefits everyone involved. Every story is multifaceted. It just doesn't have just two sides, this and that, left and right. It is multifaceted, and I make sure that all sides are covered well, all sides are treated fairly, so that the public can judge for themselves after they've read my articles. The judgment is on them. I just provide the facts. So in that way, I want my stories to be shared, not just for Filipinos here, but for Filipinos abroad as well, so that they may get even a bit of the wide political spectrum. Yeah, definitely. It's being a journalist is one of the most fulfilling jobs on earth, because once you've shared your story and you see the people reacting either positively or negatively, at least you know that they're affected by what you've written or what you've released. Whenever I hear comments from all sides of the story, it means that I have treated them fairly, because the other side is criticizing and praising. The other side is also criticizing and praising. So it means that I just did my job well. You can find them on our presidential website. It's at www.presidentico.com, and you can browse our blogger articles there. And you can also find some of our stories if it's newsworthy enough. You can also watch it on television through 10 the evening news on TV5 on weeknights at 11 p.m.